All right, Dakota, why don't you tell us who's next?
Sure. And so our next presentation is Identify, which is an app that can help you identify and examine your surroundings.
Good afternoon. My name is Tyler Schwartz, and these are my fellow engineers, James Stevens and Lauren Marquit, and together we are proud to present our application, Identifi. Have you ever walked by a store or restaurant and wanted to learn more before entering and spending your hard-earned money on a mediocre product? Every day when we go out to lunch, we ask ourselves, why should we go to this restaurant? Why should we choose this place? Sure, we could just go to Google and type in the name of the restaurant in hopes of it returning the correct result. But in a world where we care so much about our time and efficiency, we find that far too time-consuming and tedious. And that's why we created Identifi. Identifi is a React Native mobile application that uses image recognition software to identify local restaurants, businesses, and stores nearby. Now I'm going to pass it off to Lauren, who's going to give a quick demo of our application.
Thank you, Tyler. So in creating Identifi, we wanted the user experience to be seamless and intuitive. Opening straight up to your camera, all you need to do is take a picture of a storefront and watch as our application identifies the exact storefront that you're looking at and pull up the information for it. No longer do you have to go to Google for a list of results that may or may not be about what's right in front of you. In this information age, we believe that you should have access to all the information that you need with a simple push of a button. But that's not all that Identifi does. Swipe to the left, and you will see a list of nearby places. And at the top, if you hit Recents, it will give you all the recent places that you've identified using this app in the past. You can browse these lists of places and select them for more information on them. You can even look at the map above for locations of the places relative to your position. And if you're not like us who can't determine what to eat every single day, try your luck with the dice in the top right corner. Hold it and Identifi will choose a place at random for you. Now, if you were to navigate all the way to the other side of the application, you will find the settings page. Here, you can adjust your name, your email address. You can even adjust your profile picture with something that's in your camera roll. You can also customize the entire look of your app by using dark mode or even choosing your favorite color for the accents. We want Identifi to be your personal application for identifying all of the storefronts around the world. And to dive into more of a technical view of all this, let's talk to James.
Thanks, Lauren. Good afternoon, everyone. So how does this all work? Identifi's server-side architecture incorporates Node.js and an Express server to handle our API endpoints, which we have deployed to Heroku. We use Postgres and SQLize in order to manipulate and persist all the relevant information for our application. Our client-side architecture is built on React Native and Expo. We use Redux to handle the state management of our application. To overcome the ephemeral nature of Heroku's platform, we leverage the use of an S3 Amazon bucket in order to store all user-generated content, static, and dynamic assets. Upon the initial loading of Identifi, we capture your current geolocation and pass the coordinates off to the Yelp Business Search API to generate the Apple Map and Nearby tab on the Places screen with 40 of the closest businesses to your current location. As you're strolling down the street and come across that known or unknown business in question, simply pull out Identifi, snap, and confirm the image, and we will compare this with text and logo detection with the Google Cloud Vision API and parse these results to your nearby location in order to render you the most accurate result possible. With a simple press of a button, you'll see that every day is now easier to go around and simply identify. Thank you.
That's a really cool idea. I'm surprised it works so well.
Between the image recognition features that we've seen.
Sorry, that's what I meant. The image recognition.
No, well, here's what I think you meant, because I agree. Between the image recognition, the 3D gaming we've seen, even just the gameplay logic, I'm not so surprised that these apps exist, but I'm amazed that we can do this with JavaScript. I mean, this language has really covered a lot of ground in just a little bit of time. That just blows my mind. This used to be the domain of systems levels or Python or C or C# programmers, but we can now kind of build projects in these new fields. thanks to this amazing language.
Yeah, and don't forget, these engineers have only had a few weeks to work on these. Like, bringing something like this up from the ground up is just quite amazing. I feel like that randomizer function would be really good for me because I like to go to different places every day, and I don't always know what all is around. Although the recommendation of Taste of Tokyo is a good one.